ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯡ ꯀꯥꯝꯕ ꯃꯤꯅꯣꯇꯥ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯀꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯁꯕꯖꯦꯛꯇ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥꯁ 9 ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ 11 ꯕꯥꯏꯑꯣꯂꯣꯖꯤ.
Welcome back students. Ko mamang class ta ko na transportation of substances haba parada hokre ko ngasi makha chathara poina khoi kano yengsi ko di term khra mu yengsi ko last class ta khoina kai yengkre ko na diffusion gi manam da khan naina kre magi three ways ko kai lekiba simple diffusion ko osmosis amadi active transport haiba hum naina kre ko dugi makha tarakpada khoina ko facilitated diffusion haiba mamang zu khra pan khra bani ko adu yengsi ngasi ko facilitated ko as a name indicates facilitated habane mateng pang ba habadune kedoba yengsi ko movements karni si diffusion hari banina obviously ko certain molecules kar ions kar gi movement da mateng pang ban harakaduni ko yengsi some molecules and ions ko kram ba like glucose ko sodium ions and chloride ions kumba ko sumba molecules sing se makhoi dikadaba makhoi dikasa koina tamkhre ko membrane ma faudoni na hariba membrane se muna pass to bodadi ne hariba molecules sing ions sing sidini yam line pass to ngam deba they cannot easily pass through the membrane kadobaina because hariba membranes da koina han mamang su pan khre ko kai oike membrane se moise bilipid layer ni habidi lipid bilayer oi habigo mani ko habidi membrane do lipid bilayer oi habidi kaino hariba molecules sing ion sing sidine hariba lipid bilayer se moistene hidi changhan da bugum ne ba almost impermeable to it ne ba hidi to it habit it adi hariba molecules ion sing se glucose kumba sodium ions chloride ions sing sidine membrane sing se changhan da bugum ne ba habit they cannot easily pass through yam line changba ngam de ba ko moi change hai ta gadi they need some help ko moi transportation tauge moi diffuse tauge hai ta di they need require some help ko adu ba khoina facilitated harisine mateng pangba mateng darka lak pa hai ta re ko aduna facilitated diffusion have se koina kamaina define tauge hai ba da ko it is defined as the what passive movement kanagia of molecules and ions kineba across the membrane ko via the aid of membrane proteins ko membrane proteins ki mateng laroga faroga ko transportation tawdone movement tawdone ba molecules amadi ions sing se ko hariba koina membrane proteins ne kana no haitari carrier proteins and ion channels ne ba habi kino am hange ko definition se it is the have here passive movement of molecules and ions across the membrane via the aid of kaduba membrane proteins like carrier proteins and ion channels ko carrier proteins kumba ion channels kumba membrane proteins sing sigi mating laraga molecules is ne pass to budo adu ba koina facilitated diffusion harakani ba yare ko ado living organism sing da koina ne is living organism ngata ni ko kai leire ko normally living organism sing da koina urise kai no gases of exchange tawbra tawi ko have the respiration tawi not a life process me am ni ko respiration tawi the excretion tawi ko then even kado ba koina transportation of koina chai food materials me am so transportation tawi then even water molecules me am so koi hakchang manung the living organisms me am ni manung da transportation tawi ne have the kai ba mogi life process me am se perform tawi ne ba ado harib life process me am se tawno hona bada have the am hange ko kai hagi ba respiration ora have the excretion ora then even transportation of substances ogira have the water molecules ogira water ogira food materials have the kuna digested food materials me am orakni ko adugo me am gi harib me am se transportation tawi se kana gi mating na no hai ta is mainly through diffusion ne ba ko aduna diffusion gi role se am chawre ko magi role se koina ahan da ko nutrition de yengse ko living organisms sing da tawbani na ko na hoji haki ba ko respiration excretion the even koina digestive food materials haki ko do nutrition de yengse magi diffusion gi role se nutrition da kamai tawge habese living organism ama da yengse ba so here koina vertebrates sing da ko habdi ko living organism vertebrates hairani ko vertebrates sing da kadoge hai matam da hagi digestion tawse ko haidi kaidik hoba it begins in the mouth to hawine natra mouth gi koina chew to ba hawraga kholaga chara do haidi complete to done ba habidi food materials changani through mouth ta even chewing dagi hawraga ko ko this mouth yauba salivary amylase ko haidi tylin khan khawna budo aduna digest to ba hawraga ko dagi esophagus pass tawraga then stomach yauba mayam dagi liver dagi puthoba bile secretion adugi mayam mating oraga food to digest tawre ko aduga ultimately cry yorok to no ba small intestine gi yorok to ne ba small intestine the name ngasai kuna kano se digestion complete oi haidui se ko ado hariba small intestines da kamaina ko na chai thaiba digestive materials me am absorb tawino hai tar gidi makhoi inner lining da mogi wall du da ka yaw gi habda villi haiba ko finger like projections ko villi haiba ama yawi ko adugi mateng na ngasai gi hariba digestive food materials me am do ba diffusion tawdoi ba ko habi kena absorption of the digestive food material ko aduna hamba step ni ko nutrition gi adu hariba ko hamba step ori base kai tawino hai tadi occurs inside the small intestine ne ba ko by diffusion through the wall of the haiba hujiki small intestine gi ko mo ri yauba inner lining di yauba ngasai gi finger like projections villi haiba do adugi mateng na absorb tawdoi hai ko then from the intestine hariba small intestine dagi absorb tawkre adagi kai chake habda it is absorbed by diffusion ko further amu diffuse tawre kai da into the blood or lymphatic vessels ko blood vessels ogera lymphatic vessels ogera am absorb taraga chakidoi ne digestive food materials me am do then again hariba material me am do absorb material me am do kai de purani is then carried to the liver yaroni and there ko adagi hariba liver yogitardi is going to send for the general circulation ko blood circulation puhrani ko then yengre hojik nutrition hypet yengre ko hariba nutrition do makha tar poina hype nutrition tawbada changi se khoi kai hai ge digested food materials me am do absorb tawdu ne ba krai da small intestine da kanagi bambaina villi haiba ko finger like projections ki mateng na ko diffuse taraga mathang pass taraga blood vessels taraga general circulation tatoi ba hariba digestive food materials me am yarpa pa kun amino acids kumba ko adegi lipids kumba adegi nucleic acids ogera waters vitamins me am ogera adugo mayan kamaina khoi hakchang da transport tawino ko adu haiba du yengsi ko koina haiba digestive food materials ya protein sing do ko is mainly absorbed as amino acid oina digest taraga mogi end product oina amino acids ka phangi dana ko ado amino acids oina absorb to doini ko which is later transported by karamba diffusion by facilitated diffusion or active transport ko si kon mamang tam ko diffusion pambai khara haibadi facilitated diffusion ju khangre natra active transport ju khangre hariba ko adugumba pambai ani do diffusion ki pambai ani do adu sinaraga amino acids myam se koi hakchang da transportation tawini haiba yare ko then lipids se kamai transport to yeng se ko about 95% of the lipids se ko kiduba small intestine absorb to yarba small intestine absorb to matam da 95% to hramne ba adubu kiduba makhoi gi end product oina moi digest to pagi end product oina haibadi glycerols kumba monoglycerides kumba even fatty acids kumba se are absorbed through diffusion directly across the cell membrane aduga magi haribada lipids me am sigi magi ko end products me am se khara haitare ko adudi yam laina cell membrane se pass to bungam ko through diffusion aduba duba small hariba fatty acids the pan ki ko in mangda the fatty acids ko na long chain the medium chain the short chain ge lai ko hariba short chain fatty acids sing se moi small size oi ko short chain harisini ko carbon atom 6 tagi 100 tare ko 6 ko short chain fatty acid ko wi ko hariba mayam do modi yam kiduba moi small size obina maram oraga they can also what to say diffuse ko habding asam line absorb to wi diffusion to wi habdi simple diffusion si naraga yam line adum absorb taraga masagi adum chang the transportation to ba yai ba ko ngamme haitare ko short chain fatty acids ma'am se due to their small size na maram oraga yare ko so that's about the lipids. Next the koina go digestive food materials ya pa nucleic acids ma'am do ko they diffuse into the kiduba capillaries kana gi form da in the form of nucleoside molecules na ko hai nucleoside molecules oina nucleic acids ma'am se capillaries da diffuse to bangam meba then koina ko hai ba digestive food materials ma'am ya pa vitamins ma'am mer to koina water soluble vitamins kra su leina tra hai ba water soluble vitamins ma'am do they are also absorbed by this simple diffusion along with the water ko water gi mateng laraga simple diffusion gi through the adum absorb to eba water soluble vitamins ma'am do so that's about the role of diffusion in ko nutrition da kamai taw ki ba khra yeng khre ko huzik nutrition da yeng khre huzik excretion da mu yeng si ko kamai na ko living organisms ko haidi ko na mainly ko na says da vertebrates sing da yeng ko excretion taw ge have the diffusion gi pambai diffusion gi mateng na excrete taw ge have the yeng si ko so here hariba ko diffusion and excretion da moina involved to se it mainly both the active transport and passive transport neba ko koina hojigi mamang tam ki ba pambai diffusion ki pambai ko ahum tam ki ko adai da koina active passive happy yeng khre ko hariba active amadi passive to animak si hariba excretion da mateng excretion da involved to weba ko yeng se koina ke hai khre vertebrates hai khre ko So vertebrates da akoina kidney da ko kidney da akoina ngasai kai haba ngasai filtering unit ama ko habdi nephron haba structure ama yawe ko nephron dugi ngasai anterior part da akoina Bowman's capsule na ama filtration tawna ba filter tawna ba kai karibuna filter to se blood to ko blood to filter tawna ba Bowman's capsule haba ama yawe ko the filter tawre filter tawpadi le hoba filtrate to ada kai kino yawe se ada water yawe sodium chloride ko glucose and amino acids ko adugum mayam do yawe ba high ba filtrate to yawe contents mayam do further amuk nephrons da amuk tarak to ne ba adu kamana tarake kari pambain tarake hai tari by passive diffusion ne ba nasa ko ne passive transport tam ki ko adugi mateng na sigi high ba filtrate mayam da Bowman's capsule dagi ko kidney da yawe dini ko hai se Bowman's capsule dagi further amuk nephron da makhagi nephron part da tarak do ne ba ko kanagi mateng na passive diffusion ni mateng na then ko sodium dagi glucose amino acids mayam do amuk daw ne they are then actively transport into the intercellular space ko intercellular space sakibadi modi active transport sinaraga sodium gumba glucose gumba amino acids gumba yam lana pass tawre ko aduga do ba chloride ions ti passive diffusion taweba ko ngasagi ka do ba sodium ga glucose ka amino acid ka di active transport sinaraga diffuse tawre ko habidi transport tawre then the mohri ba chloride ions ti passive diffusion sineba ko mogi movement tawna ba transportation tawna ba passive diffusion sinaraga chloride ions na further amuk transport taweba yari ko then do ba koina huji koina tawise excretion ni ko aduna koina ka do ba excretion taw ba hai sakide na koina se huji ki koina filter do the blood ni hai ki ko haidi aphaba pot lahawraga phatta pot excrete taw ki doine ba ko adudi da koina apamba ko koina darka le amuk reabsorb taw doine ba ko aduna huji koina water ka water se koina darka le hawe hakchang da aduna amuk reabsorb taw darka la eba ko aduna reabsorption of water masai filtrate to the ko from the filtrate occurs mostly through the osmosis hai ba koina darka le ba water do amuk reabsorb taw gi hai ta di kai pambai si na gi hai ta di osmosis hai ba si nei ba yare ko so that's about the ko ngasai gi diffusion in excretion ni ko kamai taraga excretion taw da diffusion na mateng pangi hai ba yeng khre ko hujigis na amuk diffusion in gases exchange hai ba mu yeng si ko gases exchange hai ba di kaino ko hai ba di organism sing sina respiration taw bi natra hai ba di kaino kuna inhalation sor honjan ba exhalation sor kana mapan puthok pa hai tare ko inhale taw ba exhale taw ba tawi ko respiration process am oina hariba gases exchange se taw basing dune ba khuji koina taw ba diffusion sing dune ko yeng do se ko yeng se aham bagi sor honjan ba do ko inhalation da inhalation taw matam ka do ba after inhalation akoina once akoina inhale taw re ko inhale taw matam ka do ba akoina sor honjan gi ba se lungs sa changre natra lung ki khoi aroi bida akoina balloon man ba shake ama yawi ko alveoli ko ba adai du da ne akoina honjan ki bsak sai kaina koina honjan ayamba mainly koina gas se oxygen natra duna ka do ba aduna ka dorani the concentration of oxygen is now higher in the capillaries ko is higher than the capillaries hai tar habi kaina higher oreb krai the alveoli the oreb na capillaries ta giri man hena yamani ba nyara bra habi di alveoli ta na khojale source ko aduna alveoli gi thangna bada magi nearby the light ba capillaries mayam da gidi alveoli ne hena yawre ba oxygen se nyara bra hena yawre bani na yawda badu da gi ka dorani is going to is kasagi alveoli de hena yawre bani na ka dorba the oxygen is now going to pass by diffusion from alveoli into the blood yarba magi surrounding nearby the lady ba capillary sing do adai de oxygen do chakrani ba maram di kaino mangon da wangamina anembarom da pass to thakrani ba diffuse to thakrani ba aduna inhalation da kadarani inhalation matam da kana oxygen se kadarani nearby blood ta pass to thakrani ko by simple diffusion yare ko then kaduba at the same time koina inhale to matam da honjal liga honjan matam da oxygen pusala aga oxygen da diffusion taw khre ko nagi surrounding capillary sing da at the same time amu matam du makta da kadawgi hai matam da ngasai gi kwang blood capillaries di cover sa yawi ne ba yare ko cover sa yawe aduga cover sa yawi capillaries yaw ba chang do aduna mo hen khre ba kana dagi alveoli dagi ko habidi lungs mo yaw alveoli dagi cover sa di hagi blood capillaries na hena yam khrabina ayam badagi anembarom da habidi kaino from the kaduba the carbon dioxide now is going to diffuses out ko kaduba masagi manung de lairam ba habidi kana blood tagina amu capillaries tagina kano da alveoli da amu pass out tawrani ba diffuse tawrani ba habidi ka habia record short ta Ngasai hayab yare. For the exhalation, carbon dioxide diffuses out due to the difference in osmotic concentration between what? Between the alveoli and the blood capillaries. The kenabado adu maintain taw na ba ngasai alveoli the diffuse taw ani ba carbon dioxide dagi from the blood capillaries. So this is about the maintenance of differences in the osmotic concentration. Ko sumain taraga ko na ngasai gases exchange matam da diffusion gi pambay na mating pangin harakadin ko vertebrates sing da. So today we have learned about the role of diffusion in nutrition, then excretion, and in gases exchange also. So here comes the end of the today's chapter. Let's meet in next class.